Welcome back to the Body Temples, Herbalist Orientation, Class 1, Lesson 2, Environmental Awareness. We're here today because in order to be an herbalist, there's so much more to it. There's so much more to it than to just go to the health food store and pick out herbs that will serve to heal or eliminate or tonify with this or that organ or this or that. That you can utilize for this or that health issue. We have to get deeper. The reason that I put this course together, this curriculum together, is because I felt that we needed to get deeper than just the business of herbalism and the simpleness of going to get herbs, but we really need to reconnect. We need to reconnect with the earth and how the earth creates such complex medicines that match the body's genetic structure. We're such individualized creatures. However, dandelion works for a man as well as it works for a rabbit. And it works just as well for a cat, a lion in the savannah, as well as it works for a bear in the tundra. This is something that is so complex that don't you want to be aligned with it? We must align ourselves. So I have environmental awareness. I start out this lesson underneath here with the elder sister. Her name is Wangari Maathai, and she has a green belt movement where she got all of the people in her native lands to begin to replant trees to reforest her area, and then eventually to reforest as much of Africa as she possibly can to inspire us all to reforest the whole country, to rectify the issues that we have allowed consumerism to get us into. Mind you, trees that we've cut down all over the globe fuels our fire for menstrual pads, diapers, paper of all sorts, books, paperbacks, hardbacks. Paper is used in cardboard boxes. We use papers in our business cards, our flyers, we use paper endlessly, and we don't think of it as having an end. But not only do we use plants for paper goods, but those same plants can also be used, the leaves and the chlorophyll from those leaves are also healing medicines. However, but if they're ripped from the ground, no longer can we use them. The roots also can be used for healing teas and medicines. Is that the bark could have possibly been used depending on what tree it was. However, with the fact of clearing those forests to make way for industry, housing, even creating savannas, or even pasture places for herds. So she the earth for this. If you are an herbalist, meaning your life you surround yourself with plants, herbs, nature, and natural things, then this is a part of your practice. Activism is a part of your practice. We've often said white folks put us into this problem, so we have to so we don't have anything to do with it. It's not our fault. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. Especially since we are one of the leading consumers here in the United States. Africans here in the United States are one of the leading consumers of all of those processed goods that they put out there for us. That they put out there not just for Africans in the Americas, but for all of the Americans who have been constructed and cultivated and programmed to be consumed. What they call not people, not individuals, but consumers. We've been labeled consumers. Everything but your own natural name that your mama named you. So, in this lesson, not only are we investigating how we can become more aware of the nature that is around us, but we're also investigating ways that we can change that, and ways that we can become more pollution conscious, ways that we can become more aids to the earth rather than polluters of the earth, and ways that we can curb our purchasing of packaged products, plastic products, paper products, so that we can stop being a part of the reason why they have to cut down the forest in the Amazon in Africa. How foolish it is when the forest provides us with so many things. Not only does it oxygenate 10 times more than its own square foot area, but it also provides healing plants. Why are they trying to catalog all of the medicinal, the possible and the medicinal plants in the Amazon rainforest in Central and South America? We really have to remove ourselves as the motivation for it. Remove ourselves as consumers of it. We are no longer the motivation for them. They have to do it because our consumer demand is so great, so they feel like they have to cut down. And since now that they've inspired us and programmed us to want these goods, so supply and demand. They supply the demand. We have to look farther than our own immediate gratification. We're going to have to create those things, jump those hurdles and create the things that we need in order to not consume that. In order to recycle the things that we already have. Be a part of the recycling programs in your area. Be the recycling program in your area. In chess, we make moves that affect change 5 moves into the future. You have to become conscious of that as well. Every move that you make, every package that you open today, you have to consider 5 moves into the future. Because at one time, that plastic wrapper that you are now opening, or that you are beginning to open, think about this, was once the petroleum that they raped from the soil. And once that petroleum is raped from the soil, they did not think 5 moves into the future of how that would affect the earth, much less how the leaching of that plastic product into your food and water affects the physical body. Since they didn't think about that, it must stop with you, and you have to think about it. So much so that I want you to think about it. I want you to do something about it.